Section 7.2 is points, lines, and planes. Our goal is to know the precise definition of line segment based on undefined notions of point and line. On page 441, we have in this lesson you will learn basic geometric facts to help you justify your answer to the Solve It. Geometry is a mathematical system built on accepted facts, basic terms, and definition. In geometry, some words such as point, line, and plane are undefined. Undefined terms are the basic ideas that you can use to build the definitions of all other figures in geometry. Although you cannot define undefined terms, it is important to have a general description of their meaning. So our first term is point. A point indicates a location and has no size. How can you name a point? You can represent a point by a dot and name it by a capital letter such as A. So here's an example of point A. A line is represented by a straight path that extends in two opposite directions without end and has no thickness. A line contains infinitely many points. You can name a line by any 2 points on the line, such as line AB or line BA, or by a single lowercase letter such as line L. So here we have line AB, we could go the other way, BA, or we can just call it line L. A plane is represented by a flat surface that extends without end and has no thickness. A plane contains infinitely many lines. You can name a plane by a capital letter such as plane P, or by at least 3 points in the plane that do not all lie on the same line, such as plane ABC. Notice P is not a point, it's just the name of the plane. A, B, and C are all points, and we can't draw a single line through all 3 points at the same time. So we can use those 3 to name this plane, plane ABC. On page 442, we have points that lie on the same line are collinear points. Points and lines that lie in the same plane are coplanar. All the points of a line are coplanar. Example 1 says, for part A, what are 2 other ways to name line QT? So here we have line QT. I have highlighted line QT so we can see everything that is on it. We also have the point N, so we can use line QN, we can use line NQ, we could choose line TQ instead of QT, or we have the lowercase letter m, so we could say line M. Any of these would be good options. It didn't really ask for 2, but I wanted to list some extra ones in case these are the ones you first saw. For part B, we have what are 2 other ways to name plane P. There are many ways to name plane P. We could use any 3 points within the plane. So we could say plane SQR, SQ and R are all within the plane. We could say plane SQV, plane VQR, etc. What we cannot use is the point T or the point N. Also keep in mind that L is not a point, it's the name of the line, and P is not a point, it's the name of the plane. Part C says, what are the names of 3 collinear points? What are the names of 4 coplanar points? I've gone ahead and highlighted the 2 lines that we have in this diagram and the plane P. For collinear, we need 3 points that are on the same line. So on this purple line, we have the points R, Q, and S. So the points R, Q, and S are collinear. We also have this green highlighted line that has T, Q, and N. So we can say the points T, Q, and N are also collinear. To be coplanar, we just need 4 points that all land in the same plane. So we have this blue plane, plane P that we talked about in part B. There are actually only 4 points labeled in this plane right now. So we have to choose R, Q, S, and V. Remember that P is not a point and L is not a point. So the only option here is to say points R, Q, S, and V. The work for this problem is written out on the next few slides. And now I would like you to try homework number 1 and 2 on page 442. Use the figure at the right for exercises 1 and 2. Part 1, name 3 collinear points. Part 2, name 4 coplanar points.